to Friday night on Emma. Everybody meant to join. Cheers. Have my Sauvignon Blanc tonight. Need it. Tell you what, it's been a long, long day. It's like change of plan of what we were going to do tonight. Oh, sorry. Take this off. I forgot I still had that on from the day. Face mask. So give everybody a minute to join. Give us a little heart, a little thumbs up. Mikey's actually on camera tonight, not Kaylee.
You're Sarah.
Oh, hi Sarah.
Susan.
Hi Susan. Hello, hello.
Lona.
Hi Lona. Hi.
Beverly.
Hi Beverly. Oh, that's nice. The first sip I've had today.
Helen.
Hi Helen.
Diane.
Hi Diane. Oh, yeah, this is what I am working on.
Kate.
Hi Kate.
Diana.
Hi Diana.
Rachel.
Hi Rachel.
Joan.
Hi Joan.
Joan says well done today.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Terry.
Hi Terry.
Claudia.
Hi Claudia.
Anne.
Hi Anne.
Loved the show this morning.
Oh, thank you.
Your mom.
Hello Mum.
Carol.
Hi,
Loved
Carol.
the show also.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Gail.
Hi Gail.
Lolly.
Hi Lolly.
And Karen.
Hi Karen.
And Claudia says you must be worn out.
Yeah, it's been a long day. It started at 5 o'clock.
Lori.
Oh, hi Laurie. Thank you for the kind messages this morning.
Judy.
Hi Judy.
Says good job from today.
Oh, thank you.
Claire.
Hi Claire. Yes, I hope everybody who watched the show enjoyed the shows this morning. I did an Emma, as Michael likes to call it. So there was a bit of a kerfuffle when I thought I'd cut everything out right, but it actually turned out that I cut it correctly.
Diamond.
Oh, hi Shirley.
Joanne and Mum Maureen.
Oh, hi Joanne. Hi Mum Maureen.
Anne.
Hi Anne.
Christine.
Hi Christine.
And another Christine from Glasgow.
Oh, hi Christine from Glasgow.
Glasgow says great show today.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Cheryl.
Thank you. Hi Cheryl.
Another Cheryl. Fascinating
Hi, Cheryl.
show. Diana says fab as always today.
Oh, thank you.
Lorraine says
hi, Lorraine.
great show.
Thanks. Thank you.
Belinda says well done this morning. Ridiculously small pieces.
Cheers. Yes. Yes, but I think I will do another one out of that book. I'm kind of inspired. I don't know when.
Haley.
Hi Haley.
And Christine.
Sorry?
And Christine.
Oh, hi Christine. Right, yeah, so I was going to, as Kaylee's visiting, so we were going to have a joint, me and Kaylee, have a little sewing session, but Alice is being a bit delicate, so Kaylee Mum has been called away for childcare duties. So it's just me and Mikey again tonight. But one of the things that I was going to have Kaylee do, and this is one of my whips.
Elaine says, I thought you kept very cool working live on those tiny pieces.
Oh, thank you.
Sandy, love the show.
Thank
Christine
you.
says, do I spot a Swift on your top?
Oh, yes, I actually made this. My dress from today, well, a dress top.
Valerie.
Hi, Valerie.
And Lorraine also said, great job this morning.
Oh, thanks, Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. Oh, and there's a link. There's a link. Oh, it was with his papa. And everybody probably got a nice shot of tail. It's coming again. It's coming by again. There he goes.
Joanne says, great show. Had to watch on catch up.
Thank you. Yeah.
As was booking vaccine appointments.
Oh, well done.
Yay. You did really well.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so my first miniature. Yeah. Hopefully it showed up well on this morning on how to do it. But yeah, I definitely recommend giving it a try. It's not nearly as fiddly as it looks or as it would appear. It's actually not too bad.
Karen says, I don't know about everyone else, but it's freezing in Wigan.
Yes.
Had to lit the fire.
Well, we've had our heating back on for at least the last week. But yeah, it is freezing. It looks gorgeous out there. It's a lovely sunny, well, slightly cloudy evening, but sunny overall. But it is cold. It's deceptive. I heard somebody said to me on Friday, apparently, well, today's Friday, so it must not have been today. It was Wednesday, I think. apparently it's the coldest April since 1980. That's what they said. So.
Judith says, so good of you to do this evening
yes.
after your extra busy day.
Yeah. Oh, this is the nice icing on the day. All I'm doing, and which like I said, I planned a little sit and sew with Kaylee, but this is one of the things I was going to have her do. So this is actually an old sewing quarter demonstration. I have some blocks left over, and the reason I had blocks left over is because half of them were sewn the wrong direction. So this is an unpicking and re-sewing job tonight, basically.
Barbara's watching Fantastic Demo this morning.
Barbara. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had a good chat with my lady Jess, who organises the show. So we've got some exciting things for you for the 16th of May on Sewing Street. There's a nice panel, if you remember. I don't know where it is now. The star medallion quilt. We're going to work on doing something similar to that for the 16th. From some panels, some really lovely panels that she had made up. So that will be for that time. But for these...
Belinda said, went to feed mill at lunchtime in white stuff and hail, 5 degrees, heating on.
Wow. See, when did I walk out the door? And... oh, yes, it was yesterday at work. Walked out the door of the office and there was white stuff falling through the sky. I thought, is that snow again, or is that just blossom petals? I think that was just blossom petals, but it did make me think for a minute, like, we got snow again? It wasn't cloudy, or it was rainy, but it wasn't cloudy. I mean, yeah. So I think it was blossom though. I don't think it was snow here. But somebody said, oh, was it? Oh, somebody called in, or was it this morning on the show? Somebody had a massive hailstorm yesterday. But yeah, it wasn't too bad here.
Joanne says, love that Link is now regularly attending, obviously in advisory role.
Yes.
And Lorna says, lovely sunny evening up north. And just so you don't see, there's Link.
Yeah, he's with his papa. Yeah, I think he got instructions from Monty to take care of his papa. So Link has been taking good care of his papa.
And Karen says, we had hailstones on Thursday. Crazy weather.
Yeah, it is crazy weather. Crazy. I don't know if you want to watch me sew. It's just fairly basic, boring. Fixing blocks, basically. That's all I've got to do tonight. Oof. One of my many works in progress. Just gotta pick the unpicked threads out. There we go. So this pattern was oh no, I won't be able to remember her name. I did a couple of patterns from her. I know it's Overlook, something Overlook. Oh, I can't think of her name. She's American, but her quilts were massive. The first one was the tulip. It was a pieced circle with tulip, and it had tulips in the name. This one it's literally a big bear paw, part of a bear paw block, and just like that. Actually, let me make sure that I'm actually sewing that right now. I've moved it. Yeah, that's right.
Karen says she's basted a quilt together this afternoon, hoping to quilt it tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Oh, it just came back to me. Finley Wolf. It's something Finley Wolf. I'm sure you guys will be able to tell me. It's one of her patterns. Oh, yeah, and then I forgot. So, what I had planned, Kaylee has brought a fluffy mermaid tail, like blanket, a plush one. So we were going to sew that up. So I put my walking foot on, but I don't need that now.
Elaine says, I remember the tulip one.
Yeah, it was surprisingly, because it was curved, but it was surprisingly easy curves because they were so large. It was such a gentle gradient. actually went together really well.
And your Sarah asks, you on wine or gin? LOL.
It's a little bit of wine tonight, a little bit of Sauvignon Blanc.
And Joanne says, Victoria?
Yes, Victoria, that's it. See, I knew somebody would know. Victoria Finley Wolf.
Yep, and Joanne just said Victoria
Yep.
Finley Wolf.
Thank you.
And Wolf with an E.
Yeah, Wolfie, yeah.
And Christine asked, dare I ask about the dreaded quilted coat? It's you better not. I don't think we'll ever get back to that.
We will. I just don't have time with everything because it requires the hand piecing, so I still have to finish one hexie and then sew all of those hexie flowers together in order to get the other side of the coat done. And then I've got the back and the sleeves, so if I didn't have to work, I'd have a lot more time. Unfortunately, there's a mortgage to pay. Yeah.
Joanne says it's always good to have a work in progress.
I have several. Actually, you can see I've actually got a dress cut out here, which is the same pattern as my Swift one that I'm wearing right now. Out of African fabric, which if it comes up looking nice, look what I have here stashed aside. This is some of Aduku's. I want to say Adaku, but it's Aduku, I'm pretty sure. Lovely fabric that I ordered. Link's been stepping on this. That I ordered when she was on the sewing street with me. Well, after me. I love it. So that's will be into a dress similar to this, if that pattern works.
Judith says, great show today, Emma.
Oh, thank you.
And Christine says, I think you are waiting for the winter nights to stay in by the fire and sew the heroes.
Yes. Yes.
And Karen says, I think we all have more works in progress than we know what to do with. And Judith says, that's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, isn't that fabric? It was made up into one of the dresses that were on the show. I'm like, oh, I gotta have some of that. But I don't want to cut into it until I know that this is going to fit correctly. And I'm not sure because this is not the same fabric as this. This has a little bit, well, I won't say stretch, but it does have a little bit more stretch. This is double gauze. So I just want to verify that I've cut the right size out before I cut into my nice fabric.
Yes, I'm sorry, Christine. I said heroes. I meant hexies.
Oh, yeah. You know what you meant.
Beverly says beautiful fabric.
Oh,
And Judy says that fabric would look fab on the reverse of a quilt.
oh, it would, wouldn't it? And you could have it reversible. That's actually a really good idea. Hello, Link. Are you with your papa? So I want to know who is going to be actually attempting a miniature quilt. Who got the book this morning, and who's going to follow suit and make their own miniature.
It's gone awful quiet. Bueller.
Oh, talking of that, which, yeah, isn't exactly related, but apparently Elliot said that the Brewers are doing well. They won against the Padres.
No, we swept the Padres. Christine says your top looks like seersucker fabric.
Oh, yeah, it is. I have it in the shop, actually, online, so it's swiftquilting.com. It's double gauze. So I've got the Swifts, and then I've got a lovely blue, which I made a dress from last year. It's like a French blue, not quite Air Force, but heading that way. And I've also got some lovely pale blue and a nice, not pale pink, but a nice pink with gold spots on it. And I made Sarah's daughter Billy a dress from it. She liked it for her birthday last year.
And Claudia,
Very comfortable.
And Claudia says, did you find all the Star Wars / Star Trek fabrics? So PJ's gave me some. We found some, but they have yet to show up. Joanne says, I like the idea of making 4 houses, so she's going to have a go.
Oh, good.
And Christine says, 2 dresses, 1 coat. Maybe then I get my Star Trek. Well, we do like to live in hope. Sarah says she has the miniature book.
Oh, good.
And Carol says, haven't got the concentration capacity at the moment, but maybe in the future. That's the very political correct way of saying no. And Christine says, I love your top. It looks lovely and comfortable.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, the cardigan is my favourite pattern for cardigan. I've made almost everybody I know one. Sarah has one. My hairdresser has one. I made my hairdresser one out of leopard print. It's a cocoon cardi. It's a patterns. The company is called Patterns for Pirates, and it's the cocoon cardi. And there's some options of types of sleeve that you want, and cuffs, and whether you want this bit to be deep or more shallow. And you've got options for pockets on the front or pockets inset. So there's lots of options, but it is the coziest, most practical, comfy cardigan. Kaylee has them as well, because it can't go wrong with pockets. Keeps my neck warm.
Diane says, never mind needing to get my eyes tested. Her stiff little fingers would get in the way.
Aww.
And Karen says, I saw a post on IG, British Quilter are doing a mini quilt challenge. Still thinking. Joanne's put the link for the gauze.
Oh, yes, thank you.
And Joanne says, what scares me with the small quilt is the ivy design around the edge.
Yeah, see, okay. I've done free motion quilting.
Oh. Judy says Star Trek fabric is on sale tomorrow on Create and Craft with Sarah Payne.
Oh.
Well, again, hope. That's all I have.
My love?
That's all I have is just
you buy
hope.
it, I'll make it.
No.
You don't wear half the comfy wear I've made for you. I haven't seen you wear your Care Bears.
I wear them.
I haven't seen them lately. Michael has glow-in-the-dark Care Bear pyjama bottoms.
It is tight.
Tight isn't nice, not tight.
Yes, sorry.
Although they might be tight now too. Because they were made quite a while ago.
And Anne said you inspired me after last week to get a book. Love it, and we'll give it a go.
Yes, definitely. And I recommend, if you've never done it before, try the seagull with the landscape, which is really nice. And then the houses are probably the next easiest one to do.
And Diamond says, I will attempt a miniature quilt with Emma when Emma makes you Star Trek trousers. Fair play. Touche. Well, 2040 after we come out of lockdown then.
But I was saying about the ivy design around the edge. So I do free motion quilting. I won't admit to being an expert by any means. I dabble. So I'm competent-ish is what I'll say. But what made it easy was tracing that whole design, actually drawing it out onto the quilt with my friction pen before doing the free motion. And if you looked at that quilt, if you go back and have a look at the pictures, if you look at the quilting that I did, it is by no means exactly on the lines of the quilting, but it is roughly there. So you do roughly get a similar sort of shape. So it depends how nitpicky, if you want to put it that way, you are. I'd be happy with it. But obviously practice makes perfect. So the more you practice your free motion, the more accurate you can be. But
that too. Lorna says, anyone see the mini mosaic quilts on the craft store today? First time I've seen those.
oh,
And Christine says, would it be possible for you to share the details of your blue top, please?
oh yes, I will.
And Diana says,
Remind me.
don't worry. Hope is a good thing. It's also a curse. And Claudia says, did you see the mini competition on Instagram I sent you?
I didn't. But I haven't really looked at it today, if it was sent today. I'll have to go back and have a look.
Christine says you were giving all your secrets away.
Oh.
And John Scott says, get to bed, woman. And Joanne says, I was worried about the stop and start points for that free motion work.
Oh.
Did you use a friction pen? I think you.
Yeah, I did. So stop and start. The best way of doing it is, and if you've got a machine that does it, it's easy. I always work in free motion with so that my needle stops in the down position. So if you ever do need to stop, then your work is secure and it's not going to move, and you all start from that point. As far as stopping and starting, like initially, if you come in close, I'll show you. I'll get something set up.
Your Sarah says that's the same card as mine, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, I did make one for Sarah. Let me find a scrap. Oh, here we go. This is a scrap from that.
Sorry, no, I was in the light.
Yeah, bear with me. I'll just put my my free motion quilting foot on so you can see. I don't have it on here, and it might have helped. You can get a silicone pad to put over your sewing machine bed. I actually ended up sewing through mine. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Some sort of slip mat.
And Christine says to John, shouldn't you be in bed by now?
I think John said he would be. He said he'd be watching me while he's laying in bed. But I think John still has to go to work tomorrow. John's had like 6 days, no rest. Actually, even you said when you came to visit, you said, I didn't realise how long, it is a full day.
Yeah,
it's from the time John is at the studio.
It's all go with very few breaks.
Yeah.
So,
I'm like, yeah,
it's very impressive.
The glamour of showbiz.
Sarah says, is that a slide sheet?
Yes, a slidey sheet. It has a proper name, but it tends to be white. I thought I had it in my drawer, but I can't find mine now. And it just makes your sewing machine bed more slippy, so when you are doing free motion quilting, it slides better. And also you can get grippy gloves to hold it on, which I did use. So you got a grip on the top and it's really slidey, so it's easier to move it.
Christine says John is working all weekend.
Oh, yeah. Right, so this is how you start and stop for free motion. So I'm going to put my needle down, needle up. I'm going to lift this up. And then you want to just tug, I don't know if you can see that, tug your bobbin thread up through the top of your work. So you've got both tails on the top. And I do this when I do my long arm quilting as well. And then I'll just put that back. And then if I line that up to where that hole should be. There, put my needle down. So every time I stop and start, my needle will be down. I've got both of my tails here. And then we'll do a little bit of free motion, even though it won't be that good. Because I'm not really set up for it, but the key to free motion is getting the speed and the movement of your hands together. Bear with me, I'm not actually set up for it, but it's the best I can do. And then, when you end, I'm just gonna scissors cut that. And then I do the same thing, so pop that bottom thread up with the needle. Might be easier to pull it through the bottom. In any case, you just want to have both of your threads on the same side. So I'll just do it through the bottom because it seems to want to come through this way easier. I'm just going to tug on this so that my top thread is pulled through. Come on, behave. There he is. There we go. Okay, so both of my threads are there. I'll do this side and I'll do the other side. So what I'll do is tie a double knot. Now I try to do it one way than the other, tie it one way than the other. There's a certain name for that, but I can't remember what it is. Maybe the Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts will be able to tell me. And then those tails I just sew in. If I just go poke my needle in, and then I'm just running, I'll show you. You wouldn't normally be able to see this because it wouldn't normally be open, but I'm just running my needle into the wadding in between both layers of fabric. You don't normally see that because obviously it's quilted, but pull that up there. Ah, I lost my tails. Try that again. Sometimes if my tails are too short because my needle is quite long, I'll put my needle in and then thread it.
Christine says she uses a Teflon baking sheet.
Oh, that'll work. Yeah, just anything to make it more slidey. There. So then tug those in, they're nice and buried, and then you just cut that extra. And that's how you would end it. And then same for the beginning. So that's where we started. It's just a matter of knotting it and burying the ends, basically.
Debbie says Supreme Glider, I think.
That's the one I have.
Tina is watching.
Oh, hi Tina.
Lori says half hitch, and Claudia says
yes.
square knot.
Okay, yes. Either one of those, just to make it nice and secure. Again, I'm just running it through. So it'll be in between, it's not coming out the back. There we go. And that's how you stop and start it, and then bury the tails.
Joanne says brilliant, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And it looked good on camera, so that was good.
Oh, good. Thank you, my love. Yeah. Oh, and then I'll show you what I've done. There is a girl on YouTube. I can't remember her name, but she has quite a few quilting, like free motion quilting and quilting, like actual quilting. I don't mean like patchwork. YouTube videos. And if I show you what she recommended to do with the, I'm not recommending it, but I'm just telling you this is what I've done and it's helped. So make your own judgment. Try and find it on YouTube on how she tells you how to do it. But with my walking foot, she says you get a little bar and that sits on top of your sewing arm, like where the walking foot would normally sit on top. It sits in the same place. So then it goes up and down as the needle goes up and down, basically. It's hopper. It's a hopper foot. That's why it's called a hopper foot. So what she recommends doing is bending back that bit, so with pliers, bending it back so it doesn't actually catch on that top bit, like I've done here. This was straight, but I bent it back. If I show you the difference. And what that will do is it will prevent it from hopping up and down. And then I needed a different rubber band because this was getting a bit perished. But then you put elastic band around the top, and then you can adjust that elastic band to the thickness that you want, so that your walking foot, your open toe foot, it doesn't jump up and down anymore, and it's at the thickness that you need for your quilt to glide nicely underneath. So you don't want it too loose and you don't want it clamping down either. Sort of something in between so that you can still glide it, but there is enough pressure to sort of keep it in place, if that makes sense. Just enough. So that's what I did. I do find that a little bit easier than the regular one, because that jumps and that also messes. Yeah, I find it trickier to time the movement, because obviously if it's down, needle's down, you can't move it. Anyway, that's one thing to have a look at.
Joanne says, so I guess I have no excuses now. Diamond says, my machine doesn't have the feed dogs drop.
Oh.
I bought the fancy Supreme glider sheet, and her husband borrowed it from her room because he thought it was a piece of flimsy he could cut up. For something he was working on. No one enters my room and borrows now.
We won't ask what happened to the husband for that to happen. Yeah. You don't really come in here. You don't come in here, do you? Other than when you're invited. He's shaking his head no.
No, this is not my land.
No, Michael doesn't know it, but I do sneak into his hobby room.
I know you do.
And look in his drawer.
I know you do. Because you don't close the door right. The latch keeps.
But if I borrow something, I always put it back where I found it.
Yeah.
I guess he did know. I thought he didn't know, but apparently he does.
Do you really think I wouldn't know if somebody entered my room and moved something?
Well, I don't know. Maybe now, but there was a time when you would not have known. Actually, there was a time I wouldn't have been able to get into your room.
No. And your sir says I know better.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he still doesn't know better about using my scissors, though. That still happens.
Well, if they're out left around, then they're fair game. If they're put away, then they're put away.
You have to get another elastic band for that. Any postman? Oh, yeah. Postmen usually have good elastic bands, don't they? Might have one in the drawer.
We have some elastic bands downstairs.
Yeah, I might have one in the drawer saved from the mail. Anyway. Well, I will try and endeavour to continue finishing these blocks up. Oh, actually, what I can do before you go, I've got 2 done. I can actually make 1 block. What time is it?
Diamond says, the rules are just don't touch my stuff now.
Oh.
He's now terrified about the cost.
Oh.
And Karen says, you need to work on your stealth.
Yes, that I do. That's better. I should press it, but I'll sew it without pressing, because I know which way it ought to go anyway. Yeah. This is one of my pet peeves, is when you unpick all those little tiny pieces of thread that get left. And I can't not unpick them, take them all out. There we go. There we go. There we go. I did like this pattern actually. This is what they look like. Nice meandering.
Lorna says, I bet I had a hair stuck from the door to the frame. No, it's fairly obvious.
When I go in.
When Emma goes in, it's... course, it's even easier now since I've tidied up
That's true.
the man cave.
Although saying that, I always know if I ask you a question and the answer is affirmative without you actually saying it. So if I ask you if you've done something and you don't answer right away, I know. I know that you have done that thing.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Because I think brain takes a little while, because brain ends up with a little bit deer in the headlights and is like, oh, how are we going to get out of this one? And it gives you away.
And Diamond says, how much is my stash worth? Different craft, but I don't expect it to be cheap.
No. Well, you're bad as me, and mine's in the attic. Yours is in the garage, isn't it? Oh, no. Your extras are actually in the storage unit in Peterborough.
And Joanne says, what, no laser tripwires? No, nothing that elaborate. Heather says, my husband said the kitchen scissors had something wrong with them. When I checked, they were my brand new left-handed pair, which he had used to cut thick wire.
Oh, wire! Wow. Oh dear.
To be fair, when you label the scissors,
Yes.
I respect the label.
Oh, I don't have one on this one.
There's a few that have labels.
Yeah, they have my name on them. And when I go to a workshop, I have to explain to the ladies, okay, my name is on these scissors, but it's not because I think any of you ladies are going to walk away with them. It's so nobody at home uses them who shouldn't use them.
And Lorraine says, thanks us both for being here every Friday.
Oh.
It really helps so much. And Claudia says, dead man walking.
Yes. To the wire cutting guy, yes. Because you can't recover scissors after they've cut wire.
No, I'm surprised you use scissors, not a wire cutter,
Well, I have to admit I've done that, but... Ooh, is that right? No. Oh, wait. No. I can save it. There we go. That works. I went across a seam, but I hadn't completely gone across it, so...
And Joanne says her husband would agree with me. Labels and things being put away keeps them safe. It encourages her to put things away properly. Oh. And she definitely needs to do the encouragement. And Heather says he bought her a new pair.
Oh, nice. Good to hear. Good man.
Which, to be fair, I've done too.
You have, under duress.
Yes.
And you said, how much? As I recall.
Yes, but that's just me.
That is just you. That is Mr. Cheap.
It's all those times we went to the quilt shop in America to get a thimble.
How much are they?
Well, at the time they were 69 cents. Diamond says, I have all my own kit. If her husband doesn't have his own kit, what a shame. Go buy it. He will worry if I want to borrow a hammer and a saw. That's actually, that's the way it should be.
There. I've got one block done. That's one more done. Just got to press it. Oh, so how many more have I got to do? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and some more to fix here. Different things. So yeah, it'll get there.
And Christine says her son bought her last pair of scissors.
Oh. Good boy. I might have to. Well, yeah, I might have to teach Kaylee to learn to buy me scissors instead of chocolates. To be honest, I need to stop eating chocolates.
We have enough scissors.
You never have enough scissors.
Scissors, you mean?
Yeah, that too. I haven't even had a full glass yet. Yeah.
And Karen says, I thought it was what's mine is mine and what's his is mine.
That too. It depends. It depends. You think, oh, you with your Papa Link. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you ladies go, and gents. And well, yeah, bank holiday weekend. Hopefully it'll be nice weather wherever you are, or at least dry. I don't think it's going to be warm anywhere in England, but at least dry and sunny. That would be nice. And yeah.
Diamond says, I love the idea that he worries that I might be capable of cutting him up and putting him back together patchwork style.
Nice. Nice. So I'll let everybody go. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching this morning as well. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next Friday. Might have a sneak peek of my May 16th show. We'll see. We'll see. So, good night, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Not all.